My guests are the author and the subject of an inspiring book about a tragic accident, a mother's desperate plea, and heaven's extraordinary answer. Linda Barrick is the mother, and Jen Barrick is the miracle, actually one of many miracles, wonders in this story. And the wonders never cease, right, Jen?
No, they have not. They are still continuing to happen.
It's hard for people, and they might be tuning in for the first time and seeing you today, you beautiful women from Virginia. I thought it might be helpful to just hear from the neurologist who was the first medical professional to treat you on that terrible night when you arrived at the hospital. Let's watch this.
Jennifer was in a very critical condition. When she had come in from the car accident, she was making reflex movements that were consistent with her brain being under a significant pressure.
That's very simplistic.
Right.
You have some more details, Linda.
Yes, at the scene of the wreck, Jennifer was actually at a Glasgow scale of 3, and what that means is you can be in a coma and be from a 5 to an 8, but at a level 3, people are dead at that level. So Jennifer was just right at the point of death, and it's a miracle she lived through the night. Yes. And God does keep healing her. Even in the last couple months, she is getting more energy. She just stopped taking naps after 4.5 years, and she stopped throwing up in the shower after 4.5 years of throwing up in the shower. Just so many things that we do without thinking are hard for Jen, and but God keeps healing her.
These details give us a little more of a sense of just how difficult this journey has been.
Really? So many people don't understand brain injury, and one of the purposes of the book, I wanted people to understand what brain injury is, because there's a lot of adults and children that have mild brain injury or severe brain injury, but it controls everything that you do, your personality, how you respond. You're usually very black and white, and just all the different stages. And not only that, I think the book is so much more than that, because we're all hurting in some way. Jen reminds me all the time, Mom, everyone struggles. It's what we do with what we've been given, what we do with the cards we've been dealt, and all of us have that choice. What are we going to do now that our life is not the way we thought it was going to be? What do we do now, and how do we go from here? And what I love is a couple years ago we went back to see the doctor at the hospital, and he looked at Jen and he said, Jen, what if you never heal any more than you are today? And she got a little feisty with him. And do you remember what you said to him?
Well, I said that is not going to happen, because my God can do anything, and I believe he's still going to continue to heal me, and he still is.
Yep.
We're seeing it.
The doctor actually chuckled and he said, Jennifer, that's just what I wanted to hear, that you still have hope. It's so important, whatever you're going through, that you don't give up on hope. And that your hope is in the Lord, because he's the only one who won't fail you.
And the Barrick family is all about hope out loud. Where are you traveling with your ministry? Who are you speaking to?
We are going all over the United States. We've been to California. We did a speaking tour there, Texas, Florida, just all over. And God has opened up Jen's ministry even further. She's been on national TV and in other countries on TV. And with Johnny Erickson Tata, her TV show is in, I think, 30 or 40 other countries. And we're getting emails from all over the world. And just amazing how the story is touching people in all different ways. A lot of men are writing that they're reading the book in a day or two. And that has really shocked me, because my husband and son don't like to read, but it's just touching men and women of all ages.
I'm sure the medical staff will never forget this family, and we're going to follow the camera that followed you. Jen, 1 year later, you went back to the Kluge Children's Rehabilitation Center. Let's go.
So this is where you had physical therapy, right in here. And they would bring you in here to try to teach you how to stand up and how to walk. Wow. And it was very hard for you, and you would cry a lot of times. And there's Kelly. Kelly would come.
Hi, sweetheart. Do you remember this room? Not very much. Remember the night that you woke up and said, hello? And I said, good morning, Jen. And you said, let's do a cheer. You knew exactly who I was. And we did the entire 2.5-minute competition routine.
Yeah.
For 2.5 minutes, you remembered that entire competition cheer, which was amazing. Are you ready? I'll start it.
Okay.
Let's see if you remember.
LCA. Back once again.
Sit back and watch. We've come to win. We are the Bulldogs. 07's our year. Believe what you see, 'cause liberty is here.
Yeah. Jen does remember, you remember FIGHT. Can you do that cheer?
Okay.
Show Kelly how you remember that.
Ready?
How should it?
Okay, go ahead.
You can do it.
It goes FIGHT. Bulldogs, let's fight.
Nice.
Good job.
That's awesome.
Great.
One thing that was really awesome, because your cheerleaders loved you and your team missed you so much, so we dedicated every practice to prayer on our knees and praying for you.
Okay, take a shot of this girl here, please. I want you to meet the University of Virginia Hospital's Comeback Kid of the Year,
Yes.
2008.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're also on Children's Miracle Network for their telethon.
Yes.
Just the beginning of God opening a door of ministry. And again, we saw in that segment the importance of prayer. Tell us about the green bracelet. I can't believe we've come this far and we have not highlighted that great project.
Well, this green bracelet, they sold this bracelet at my school to help raise money for the medical bills. And on this green bracelet, it says Miracle for Jen, and it has my favorite Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 2:9.
Which
What does
says,
that verse say?
That verse says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind can conceive what God has prepared for those who love him. And I know this verse is referring to heaven and of what is to come, but I like to personalize that to my life here on this earth, that if I just love you, Lord, and if I devote my whole entire self to you, that you will do things in me and through me that I can't even conceive possible.
and Jen, that was your favorite verse before the car wreck.
Yes.
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 You always believed that.
Oh, yes.
And nothing has
Definitely.
changed
No.
your confidence in those words.
No, not at all. If anything, it has gotten to become even more confident, and my hope has become more secure in the Lord.
If we could dare to believe that God could use all of us beyond our wildest dreams, just think of what God could do with each one of us.
Above and beyond is
Above
our
and beyond.
theme. And we're just going to have Dad participate in this segment because he has something to say about your ministry, Jen.
I'm amazed when she gets on stage and she speaks now, or at a church, how God just speaks through her and it impacts the entire crowd. It doesn't matter if it's an 80-year-old man or a 6-year-old boy or everyone in between, male or female. God speaks through Jennifer to minister in their life, and she proclaims it boldly. Yeah. And believe me, leading up to the speaking's not fun. After, it's not fun. But God empowers her during to proclaim Christ. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. Out of so much brokenness. Linda, you were saying 2,000 at least of these green bracelets, Miracle for Jen
Yes.
bracelets, and these weren't just a financial purchase. These are people who committed to pray.
They prayed every day for Jen, and some people come up to her and say, I still have your bracelet 5 years later, I'm still praying for you, because the miracle continues, and God continues to use Jen, just like you just saw, to speak to people and to pray over people and to do things she's incapable of every day.
Some might want to go to that website for a
Yes.
green bracelet. Does it light up in the dark? It looks like one of
It's
those,
a neon
doesn't it?
green bracelet. That
It's
is-
definitely neon.
Yes.
We're going to have that on our website at hopeoutloud.com.
hopeoutloud.com. And guess what? You come right to us to take the journey with the Barricks. They've turned their devastation and pain into divine purpose. Miracle for Jen, here's what you need to know.
Jennifer Barrick was a beautiful, bright 15-year-old girl who was passionate about sharing the love of Jesus that she had found. She recorded intimate journals reflecting her deep desire to lay down her life for God, even if it meant she had to stand alone. A couple months later, the Barrick family was struck by a drunk driver, leaving Jen in a coma for 5 weeks. When she awoke, Jen didn't recognize her family, didn't know how to brush her teeth or what to do with a shoe. But she remembered scriptures and every word to every praise song that she had hidden away in her heart before the accident. As friends and family would gather to worship in the hospital, Jen would see Jesus there among them, and she would reaffirm her commitment to do whatever he wanted her to do. Prayers for total healing were petitioned by many, but a loving God had something else in mind. Instead of making her normal, God is making Jennifer and the whole Barrick family extraordinary. They are living above their circumstance, beyond their own strength, and in the fullness of Christ as they trust in Him. Miracle for Jen is our thanks to you as you partner with us. We invite you today to become a Crossroads Foundation member with a monthly pledge of $30, a Builder member at $60 a month, or a Crossroads Council member at $100 per month. To receive your copy, call 1-888-288-0003 with your membership pledge or special gift. You can also write us or visit crossroads.ca.